What's up, Ruthless Nation? Here we are, Thursday night, and it's the regular season finale. It's the championship to the in-season tournament. It's Kenrod versus Jason for that in-season tournament championship, and it's MJ Brosh trying to solidify himself as the regular season champion here in Season 4. It's all going down at Dover, right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. We're getting ready to go live. Just in a moment, there will be a pace lap or twos to start the race. But hang out right here. We're getting ready to go live from Dover on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. All right, let's not forget our pace lap here to start this evening, and then once we get everybody situated, we'll see who your West Higgins ORV Polo Award sitter is for the Dryden 200 from Dover. All right, so we'll see. I think Hollywood might be your West Higgins ORV Pole Award sitter this evening, and a win at Dover with this pole would really help out Hollywood in the pole standings. Let's see, got Kenrod, MJ Bross out here. Kenrod, one of your two for the in-season championship this evening. MJ Bross did not pass Talladega for the in-season tournament. Dak Fu making a run in the 24. He's trying to keep a winning streak going. Last week at Talladega, we got a win in that 24 Exalta machine. TCR Corey's going to be starting on the front. Looks like we're going to do another pace lap. But yes, you might have seen it. JCR JWoww is back out here in the 45. Yes, he is back. And you may remember a very particular finish in Season 2 between him, Henson, and Typical here in the playoffs. So he's back for more. SMAF out in the field tonight. And then we've got the Mafia CEO Lovin, or Mick Lovin, some of y'all know him by. Going to be running the 19. Jack Ballsy in the 78. Veteran of Shepherd in the 48. Monkey Mach 4 there in the 6 with G-Dog, another veteran in the 17. Alex also back out here in the 11 making that start. Jason, another one of our championship 2 for the in-season tournament. He's going to have to beat Kenrod on a finish to win, that in-season tournament. Same to Kenrod. Oh, G Lively already out of the race. Don't know if we'll be getting him back. Also, yeah, he is out of the race on both screens. But Hollywood, I think, is going to be giving us the green flag this time. And we're underway through the SKU car restart zone here from Dover. It is the regular season finale. Let's see how crazy they get back through here. We're on with Kenrod. Got to start towards the back tonight. Jason's going to be up towards the front, so he's already got to gain some ground here for that in-season tournament. MJ Bross tries to find a place to settle down. He'll settle behind Jason. That's the battle between the 23 and the 5 that we're watching tonight. Also, could be a big night for Hollywood. I don't think he would, I'm not really sure if he could catch him on playoff points, but he could certainly cut the gap tonight after getting the pole. He could win, stages in the race. If he somehow pulled off a Holly sweep, definitely would put a dent in that lead for the playoffs coming up next week, or after next week, sorry. We'll be off next week for the 4th of July. Dak Fu gets that 24 settled in here. Corey starts second here from Dover in that 55, and he's kept it there since our restart. Everybody just trying to find that bottom line. 55 off the wall is going to put Tyler having to go inside. It's going to be McLovin will have to call him because I just can't switch it that quickly. But him and JWoww, making moves up through the field early. Now Tyler has moved up to second, and he's got McLovin behind him. Followed by Corey. He finally settles back into fourth after that incident on the wall. Jason and MJ Ross right there just working together, maybe trying to see if somebody else could make a mistake here. The CEO has moved up to second. Not sure what happened to Tyler there. The back of our pack still trying to get things together. Six of Monkeys got 12th locked up pretty good right here and got everybody in order behind G-Dog. Mr. Ballsy up there maybe having a few issues in that 78. Alex has moved up the track quick as he could. Dak Fu down on the apron just a tad there. Could have got loose in the middle of the turn. Easy done here at Dover. But Jason's just trying to hold the nose steady. He knows he just needs to finish ahead of the 5 tonight. He'll be the winner of the in-season tournament 50 Smackaroonies. Unfortunately, the guy on the 50 didn't even get to start. Hollywood, though, from the pole, has had control of this race through the first 10 laps. 28 remain in stage number 1. Only one pit stop going to be required to get through this stage. And as we look, Corey has moved back even more since the start of this. Finds himself behind JWoww there in the 45. A little bit of a home track here for the 4 car, I do believe, of MJ Ross. But we got the CEO of Lovin moving up quickly in this one, and he's now going to be challenging Hollywood for the lead. I think this guy's going to bring a battle to Hollywood that he's not prepared for. I don't know if he's just going to cruise right here behind him or not. Big shout out to Skew Car and West Higgins ORV. You can find them both on YouTube. You can also find Skew Car on Twitter if you're not familiar, for all your great NASCAR content needs over there on Twitter, or X, some people like to call it nowadays. But looks like the back of the pack here being led by G-Dog. They've kindly formed themselves back together. Unfortunately, the 5 of Kinrod finds himself back there as Jason kind of finds himself up here in the good eatings of the front, running in the top 5 at the moment. He's got JWoww and Corey, though, tightly behind him in 6th and 7th. A good split right now between the field. Alex and Dak Fu kind of in the middle on their own. So Tyler, he took second earlier on, we saw, but now he has moved all the way back to 4th, which I think is about where he started. JWoww's loose off of 4 back there, and we see him save it. Maybe some issues there again for the 78. I'm not sure what's going on back there. Heard from the radio maybe something on happened around Monkey there in the 6 car. Thanks to anybody tuning in. Please leave a like. This is the Ruthless Racing regular season finale and the championship of our in-season Ruthless Regatta tournament. It's between the 23 and the 5 respectively. And it is a highest finisher takes $50 grand prize for the in-season tournament. Hollywood, though, some more storyline to look forward to as MJ Bross has now moved that 4 machine up to second. It's kind of a little bit of an in-season points battle here. We could be crowning. I'm not sure if he's quite clinched it yet, so it could be important for MJ Bross to not allow Hollywood to win one of these stages because the regular season champion is on the line as well. Hollywood and MJ Bross pretty tightly contested on playoff points. So we'll see how that all shapes out at the end of this thing. As Hollywood makes a mistake, probably the first of the night, off of turn number 2. Scrapes some of the, what's Mike Joy call it? The wrap off of that 12 car. All right, so I'm not sure what happened to everybody that moved up to second. Seems like second place, not where you want to be. You've seen Corey start there. He loses it to Tyler. Tyler loses it to McLovin. McLovin gives it up to MJ Bross. But so far, the 4 car is making the most of it, I do believe, as he is putting the pressure up here to Hollywood now. We had mentioned there's 1 pit stop here, and Mike needs to make sure Hollywood doesn't win all these stages. But we're looking good up front here for the first 7 cars. Look back here to Dak. Sorry, the first 6 cars. Dak is way down to the inside there. He might have got loose off of 2. Corey has kept that car up and in contention with the leaders, though, since he's had, some issues here in the middle of this run. There's that 1 pit stop, though, that is going to be required. And we got some guys actually going to be making those pit stops right now. We got some guys down pit road. Good portion of the field there. G-Dog is going to go down pit road as well. Seeing Jason down there. Monkey's already made his stop. There's Mike, Jason, and Corey down pit road. Hollywood's already down pit road. Looks like Kenrod's going to keep it out there on the track for a little bit, along with the 24. Right now, the 19 is your leader of McLovin. He's going to go down pit road this time. The 1 of Tyler is going to keep it out there. He should assume the lead. Catch him here. He's known to run those things quite long on his run, so we'll see how much longer he goes. And that's going to be all for him as well. He should be the last pitting car of the cycle, and everybody should be finished there. You see Hollywood there, should be coming back around to take the lead, just depending on how good some of these pit stops were behind them. Tyler got down pit road pretty good. So keep our eye here on Hollywood. He's got his eyes locked in on the 6 car right now. That's Monkey would be, I guess, a little bit off the pace here for some reason. Possibly a slow pit stop there. Still all green flag racing here in stage 1, though. Hollywood's just been able to hang on to the lead from the pole position here this evening. I think MJ Bross is the one going to be trying to chase him down here. See Hollywood, he's going to be catching that 6 car. Going to have to make a move. There's 11 to go here in stage number 1. So we're definitely coming down to the cat and mouse game. Hollywood makes the good move around. Oh, Monkey there. I mean, 9 to go in stage number 1 now for the 12 of Hollywood. The 4 of MJ Bross will be in second, followed by Jason in third off of this pit stop. Looking like Corey has moved up to fourth here, based off what I can see. So maybe some good pit stops for some and not so great for some others. We saw Dak put it down pit road later than a few of them. I wonder if he was able to make anything of that. Let's see, where's... Got some heavy damage here on the 19. I wonder if he spun going into pit road or something of the sort. Monkey lets Jason go on by there. 5 of Kenrod's looking to make a move there on G-Dog. Keep flipping through the field. Tyler ran it super long, so he should have some fresher tire. He's going to be looking up ahead of 4th place right now. So maybe with this fresher tire, he could steal a few positions, possibly 2 positions. As you look on up ahead there, Jason, that's going to be a lap car of the 6. Hollywood still got this thing in the lead. MJ Bross, I don't know if he's going to have it. Be able to chase down Hollywood there with 6 to go. We'll be hitting 5 to go in stage number 1 when we hit the line. Look back there at Tyler. He's moving on up the track. He's up to 4th position. Going to have to get around that 6 car here of lap traffic. Very gracious driver there in the 6. Yeah, just lets him go on around. So possibly Jason now in trouble with 5 to go back here of losing a spot in stage 1. We try to find him. See, Tyler is putting a move on it there. That fresher tire here at Dover, especially for the first 5 or so laps of that, coming off pit road, is very important to gain as much as you can. You see Tyler's right here on the bumper. Oh, says, would you like some fries with that shake? Goes around him to the inside. And Tyler has moved up to 3rd here in stage number 1 off the pit stop. Now we're going to have 4 to go here at the line. Can Tyler make something happen against MJ Bross? I don't know. It's a pretty big gap there to overcome in 3.5 laps. Three to go now in the stage. Stage number 1 here from Dover. It is your regular season finale. Regular season champion. It's kind of between Hollywood and MJ Bross. Hollywood wins the pole. That's 1 playoff point. If he wins this stage, that's another. If he wins another stage, that's another playoff point. And if he wins the race, I think it's 5. That would be a clean sweep for Dover. And I don't know how close the regular season playoff points would be after that. It is the last lap of stage number 1. And it's going to belong to Hollywood here from Dover. Pole and stage 1 winner. MJ Bross will finish 2nd. Tyler, he was chomping at the bit, and he almost gets up there to steal a 2nd off the late pit stop. So we might want to keep an eye on that strategy. There is 3 pit stops per stage, barring no cautions here in this final stage, or in these next 2 stages. So if we were to stay green, it will be 3 pit stops per these next 2 stages. But Hollywood, your stage 1 winner. Stage break brought to you by Skew Car. Pit stops brought to you by West Higgins ORV. Stay right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel for more regular season finale action from Dover. All right, stage number 2 as we go through the Skew Car restart zone will be underway here from Dover. MJ Bross trying to get something going to the outside, and he does. He gets around Hollywood there. Could have been a little bit of a strategy move for the 12. Back up the restart. and getting a little bit of a fuel saving position here. 3 pit stops to get through this stage, because we're going to have to look back here in the middle of the pack. Jason and Kenrod right here next to each other to start the stage, or in front or behind one another, as now you kind of get to the point of where position is going to be important. Once these pit stops start happening, how good is your cycle versus the other guy's cycle? A lot of things could happen here. How well do you get into pit road having to pit back there on the back stretch here at Dover? As MJ Ross, he's going to go around lead lap number 1 of stage number 2. Hollywood's just staying connected there in second place, followed by Corey, Tyler, and then J-Wow's moved up here in the top 5 now in that 45 machine. Jason's now in 6th. Dak Fu is now separated Jason and Kenrod there. So our in-season championship contenders get split here to start stage number 2. We're right behind one another, right in front and behind one another. I will spit that out correctly in a minute. But nonetheless, everybody knows 3 pit stops in this stage to get it done. As MJ Bross, he's got a good gap here between him and Hollywood. I wonder what's going on with that 12. Some kind of gearing maybe going on back there in second place. It's got this field backed up a little bit. I want to look back behind him, just kind of how straight this line here at Dover is looking. Nobody really peeking to the inside down the straights. Once again, to reiterate, somebody's getting underneath back there. It's going to be the 19 of McLovin going around. Kenrod comes up, touches that nose a little bit. Alex gracious enough to allow all that to go down in front of him. Back to my point that I forgot. We'll just make up one. Yeah, cruising in this stage just to, make it through those pit stops. Now, I don't know exactly what that last run is going to consist of. They're definitely not 3 full fuel runs, as 24 laps a tank is what we're looking at here at Dover. And that 24th lap can be a nightmare. You usually could run out, somewhere around the backstretch, which would be perfect, I guess, if you were trying to go down pit road that time. But if you're trying to win the race on that kind of strategy, that's probably not what you would want to hear going into 3, as your engine's starting to lose its go-go juice. Yes, if you're just tuning in or watching, yes, the JCR boys are back. J-Wow, McLovin out here in the field, trying to make things happen. You see McLovin there giving a good bump to the 24, Dak Fu. Now 2 cars separate Jason and Kenrod here. It's all about who finishes the highest for this in-season tournament. And we will get, even if they don't finish in the top 3, we'll get our in-season tournament champion in here. We'll see what the final count for the regular season is. Oh, Hollywood's going to go around to the inside. You got all these cars mixed up. I don't know where to go. There we go. So now Hollywood's going to take all this line around the 4 car, but he's going to move up top. Kind of leaves Corey down there, but don't want to do it too quickly. Has to be very defensive both ways, and MJ Bross finds a spot there in 3rd position to somehow fit that Mustang right in there in front of Tyler. Now we're going to get back here. Oh, Corey's going to try to make a move to the bottom, and he's going to make Hollywood suffer this train that could be coming behind him. And Corey is going to lead a lap here at Dover. Hollywood's fighting for every breath of air up there on the high side. The 45 of J-Wow goes up there. Dak Fu even. We're door to door coming out of 2. Excuse me, definitely not what you want. 2 by 2 here for about 5th position. Dak Fu loses it out of 4, but he saves it. Doesn't hit the wall. Back down to the inside of Kenrod. He's going to force Kenrod back down to the bottom. Alex gracious once again to that 5 car. Lets him back in front of the nose. That was a bit of racing there, ladies and gentlemen of Ruthless Nation. Probably more gentlemen than ladies, but we do have ladies. Corey is going to take control of this race here in stage number 2. as 14 laps through now. It'll leave us with 65 here in stage number 2, 200 lap race here at Dover at the Monster Mile. So far, so good. Miles the Monster hasn't been chomping on any next gens. Shepard's found himself up here. You know, he's still in the distance of, you know, getting around some guys. Something were to happen. Oh, we got some moves going on up front. Corey's gave up the lead now. It puts MJ Bross back to the lead. Moves Tyler up to second. Corey's still on the outside, door to door with Jason. Jason giving it everything he can, bumping and banging down the backstretch. Settles back down into third. Now Corey's just going to steadily drop back here. Very aggressive to the 45 of JWoww. Coming off of that corner. 19 of McLovin's up there helping that 45. Or I'm sorry. Is up there helping the 55. 45 goes back down inside. Has the 19 helping him there. Dak's got a good view of all this going on right now. And McCory's going to battle it out right here. I apologize for the lack of engine noise sometimes. It's just the game. Oh, a bump between the 24 to 55. We're going to have a huge wreck. Alex is into the wall. 55's up into the wall. The 78 tries to get around, gets bumped up into the wall. Will that bring out our first caution of the day? It will be a yellow flag here at Dover for the first time, and it comes out in stage number 2. 55 got loose off a good bump from the 24 coming out of 4, and that will make our first accident of the day, and that will also require some math to see how many pits we'll have left. I think that will put us under 2 pit stops. 48 would be 1 pit stop, so 48 laps would make 1 pit stop. Anything over that would be 2. So we'll see whenever we get going back green how many pit stops there should be. But first caution of the day comes out, and it couldn't have came at a wilder time, honestly, here with how the strategies could have broke down in stage number 2. Nonetheless, Kinrod finds himself quite a bit back behind Jason at the moment. But we refire here in stage number 2. MJ Bross still in control of the race, leaving Tyler in the one out to the outside. 57 laps remaining here in stage number 2. There will be 2 pit stops to get through this. Hollywood's took control of second, and he's trying to work both lanes up here. He's got the 23 of Jason, the 45 of JWoww. Kinrod has now made a move. A rocket of a move up towards Jason and them guys. He's now door to door with Jason down the backstretch. Files back in behind that 23 Kinrod up to the top 5. Great restart here in the middle of stage number 2. And he is keeping his in-season championship hopes alive with that move here on that restart. Hollywood, we see him have great control of this race in stage number 1. Don't know if he gave up the lead to the 4 at the start of stage number 2 on purpose or what. But since then, he's kind of found himself in some situations I'm sure he didn't want to be in so early in this race, as far as like having to defend himself up on the outside line and try to make things work to get a position back in there. But don't sleep on it too quickly, ladies and gentlemen. JWoww is back. He's here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series at Dover once again. And he has got that car up into the top 3 after our stage 2 restart, after that caution. But 2 pit stops will be required to get us through this, the rest of this stage. Mentioning JWoww, there's McLovin once again. He finds himself kind of mired back in traffic now, but we've seen him work that thing back up to the front earlier. No doubt he'll do it again. 78, we've seen him have his issues here and there, but for the most part, he's kept the nose relatively clean. Took a little bump there off that last caution, but don't think any significant damage was done. Shepard, another guy just trying to hold a steady wheel, find his spot and his pace here in this race. Right now, he finds himself behind a good car of McLovin there in the 19, so if he can just follow this lead of the 19 car, just stick to the bumper of them, I think they could gain some great positions here together. Possibly going to be working on the 24. Monkey back here, I think he struggled with a pitting penalty there in stage number 1, and that's kind of just kept him back here towards the back, now in 14th. G-Dog, another one of those guys, I think him and Monkey kind of experiencing similar issues. We've seen those two cars just running together here today, and maybe the same setup or something going on. Alex was part of that penalty. He was part of that caution there just a few laps ago. He's kind of been towards the back here, but been a few weeks since we've seen him in the booth, so we'll see if anything changes. And then back up to the front where everything's going on, we're on board with Jason, who has Kenrod, his in-season championship competitor, right there behind him as he looks inside on JWoww, trying to make a move. Going to have the bottom line here for turn number 3. He's going to bring Kenrod along with him. Tyler, he's no stranger to getting a hold of that draft. JWoww, is going to be very tough up there on the high side, but we did see that 45 get loose earlier, so we have to keep our eye on that. See if that happens whenever he gets put in a tough situation. Somehow JWoww, finds himself around Kenrod now. He has now once again separated Jason and Kenrod. Hollywood, though, has regained control of this race. Now it's again about halfway through stage number 2. This will get us a lap count this time by. It'll be 46 to go at the line this time in stage number 2. There is 2 pit stops to be made. So technically anybody could make their first stop now and still make it on their second stop later. Now we're going to watch Kenrod, see what's going to go on. Most of the field's still kind of together here. A big one could happen. Somebody gets all out of whack. MJ Bross hanging on to second. Dax holding a good line there in that 24 car. Corey, we've seen him start second in this one. Had some issues early on, but he's been back and forth, trying to get back up at that top 5 once again. We mentioned JWoww, he had moved that car all the way up to 3rd place, but Jason was able to get around him. Then he was able to tightly defend on Kenrod to make things happen and stay in 4th position. Then Kenrod there behind him in 5th. Just one position right now separates Jason and Kenrod. Guess you could say 2 spots technically. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. Regular season finale and in-season tournament championship from Dover right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Hollywood got this race by the horns and did win stage 1. MJ Bross has led his share of laps, though, as well. And now everybody knows 2 pit stops, 2 clean ones to get through to the end. I imagine most people are going to run this first one as long as they can and then try to run it dry for the next one. That way they come out on 4 fresh tires, light as they can be. And we saw that work for Tyler at the end of stage 1. He was able to snag a couple positions at the end, and honestly another lap or 2 he could have probably had MJ Bross as well, with the way they looked at the finish of stage number 1. So I don't know, I'm thinking 4 freshies, lighter car, probably the move here at Dover. Kenrod, man, looks like he's dropped back off that 45 a little bit. He's going to have a good push though from Tyler and Corey right there. So we'll see if maybe they don't try to pass Kenrod. Maybe if he's not got some issues with that 5 car right now. Top 4 though looking pretty smooth right now. Well, we've mentioned it before there, the 23 car Jason, he called his shot back at the All-Star race. He got the top 3. He's like, hey, in the booth again, first time in a long time. We're going to ride that momentum out, see how it goes to the end of the season. And I'm pretty sure he's made the booth every single race since then. So he's been riding that momentum, and he even finds himself here in the championship for the in-season tournament. And, you know, I think he meant what he said. So we'll see if he's able to close the deal. Stand on business here at Dover tonight, trying to clinch things in that in-season tourney. This Kenrod's going to lose 2 more positions there to the 1 and the 55. Possibly some complications for the 5 car. He continues to just slip a little bit here as the run goes on. Five team possibly going to have to find something in the toolbox to throw in that 5 machine here on one of these pit stops for the long run. Hollywood's down pit road. That's put Jason down to the inside here, possibly going to lead the lap. So Hollywood gets down pit road, looked like he did good. Jason's going to be leading right now as him, the 45, thinks signal that they're going to pit 4 as well. Must have been a verbal commitment, and Tyler once again going long, along with a lot of guys in the back. Oh, 19 might have hit the wall there a little bit. No McLovin on that safer barrier. All right, it's 45 at JWoww, the 1 at Tyler going down pit road. Dak Fu there in the 24 and the 48 of Shepherd. Looked like everybody was doing real good avoidance there. This Monkey looked like he had already went down pit road, and he'll come out trying to just stay on the lead lap. That was a good move there by the 6. That'll definitely help his chances. A lot of guys coming off pit road from their service. Hollywood was the first one down there of everybody. And he's going to come around. And Jason's going to be the one he's going to be trying to put the separation on. And man, that one little lap earlier of the pit stop's going to require all these guys to try to work together. Probably. And try to catch that man of Hollywood. The second going to come out to Jason, as you know. The guys on pit road are technically our leaders right now, but all these guys coming back around to take their positions off the pit sockle. So we have to watch Tyler because he's going to be meshing in right here with all these guys, Kenrod included. And they are going to have that fresher tire we were talking about. But there is another pit stop, but there's a big, potential here to shift a lot of positions just off of this different strategy. And Tyler's going to be clear as well as Corey. That's going to leave JWoww back there with Kenrod now. He's just going to be on just a tad bit older tire, I think. Hollywood, though, he'll have that lap older tire. But will it matter? I don't know. 23 of Jason has moved up to second, and he's looking to see what he can do with that. He's going to have MJ Ross right there in third. We'll see how that works out. Could be a good battle there between those two still. That other pit stop, though. And just based off what we've seen here with these strategies, Hollywood gains a little bit of a lead. Jason takes over second. I think a few more of these guys who ran it long, they kind of benefited. They're going to have some speed. They're going to be coming up on the top 3 here. Tyler and Corey, I think, on this run with the way their tires are looking. I think they can put themselves in a great position before they have to make this next pit stop. Hollywood's going to come out of 4 this time. He's going to put us at 28 to go in stage number 2. So they can, people want to, run the long run, which probably ain't the strategy you want to pull, because a caution would really put you in a bad spot. Say that most of these guys could pit with under 10 to go, but before 2 to go, to avoid the black flag for pit road being closed. Hollywood, though, he's maintaining that gap he's got there. Maybe they've cut it down just a little bit. Tires maybe starting to get to that point where the wear just kind of evens out the race car. Now, those guys will experience that a little later than this 12 car. But I don't know if they can keep it together enough, see that going on, to make that matter. As we had mentioned, Tyler and that fresher tire, he's got Corey right there with him, basically. They have caught 3rd place of MJ Bross now on this pitting cycle. Still one more to make, but I think if these guys can get up there and get around before they make the pit stop. You've seen it with Jason. He was very aggressive when Hollywood pit to try to steal the lead. He was able to do it, goes down pit road, cycles back out in 2nd. Has a little fresher tire than Hollywood, cuts that gap just a little bit to the lead, and you see Tyler make a move around to the inside and takes over 3rd place. Now Corey, I don't know, maybe his car has already experienced that little bit of evening as the run goes on. The 4 car possibly, fresher tire to the 1 car on that battle. So possibly starting to see the 4 cars start to even off. Now, move back up to Hollywood so we can see what Tyler's up to back there with Jason. That's what to move back to Jason to see it. And Tyler, fresher tire. Can he make a move here on the 23? He's been, I thought running it long would be the strategy. You want the lighter car. I guess technically he probably wasn't lighter, but he had the fresher tire. And that's going to be all the difference when you're trying to make these moves and make a pass on these straights. Now we might start seeing the 1 car to even off a little bit. 23 car, not the easiest guy to pass. Very tight on the bumper there is the 1 car. He's just trying to get to that inside, take away that air on the quarter panel and get down on the apron to pass here in one of these turns. Like I said, I think we're starting to see that car even off. Very, defensive driving here by the 23. He wants him to push him up to Hollywood. He doesn't want to pass him because he knows that he's going to be a little bit faster ahead of him. So he's doing a real good job keeping that 1 behind him. He puts that nose in there. Can he hang it on the bottom? He's got it down there on the bottom. He's doing it clean. Jason does have that advantage on the outside. Goes up, nicks the wall. That's going to be all his momentum right there. Tyler's going to make the pass for 2nd. Now MJ Bross is going to be right there on the inside of Jason. Oh, Jason does the same thing on the front stretch, and he's going to give up 4th position. Or give up 3rd to go back to 4th, rather. I'm sorry. Corey gets there just a tad bit late for the McDonald's feasting party that just went down. Unfortunate for a 23 guy there for sure. All right, so we're going to have 17 remaining here in stage number 2 now. Hollywood gap has been closed. Tyler with that tire, man, he has made it work. Now he's got guys chasing him down. Corey really got it together too on that strategy, and he, off all the passing going on, was able to get his car back up there into the top 5. Closer to these guys. We thought maybe his car started to even off a little early, but maybe just having a few issues, was able to overcome that. Got himself up here in a good position with that one pit stop still remaining. You're going to see Hollywood have to go down. There's Dak Fu going to be pitting right now, along with Monkey. It looks like S-Maf there in the 2. Yes, he will be down pit road. Nobody else just yet. Oh, G-Dog maybe out of the race. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Hollywood's down pit road along with Mike and Jason. Hell yeah, Tyler keeps it out there on track, along with several other guys. I think maybe everybody got in here clean. MJ Frost and Jason are that close on pit road. Yes, inside one another. They are the 24 car now, I guess. That's cool. Dak, move out of the way. New 24 car. 8-wheeled machine. You see Tyler go down pit road. One lap later. I like the move. Kenrod going to go down as well with them. 24's coming off as Hollywood settles into the box. MJ Bross, Jason, Corey, Jack all does the same thing. Dak's off pit road. One of the first to pit with Monkey and Mill. J-Wow down pit road as well as S-Maf comes back out. 19 of McLovin is still out on track. We'll see if he'll pit this time. Long strategy has been working, but I don't know if he was back there too far. 19's going to go down pit road now. 48 of Shepard's going to stay out. He'll be ahead of the 4 who has already pitted. I don't know where Hollywood went. Possibly a speeding penalty there? Where's he at? Yeah, I think maybe a speeding penalty there for the 12 on this pit stop. Way I see it. Still waiting on the 48 to pit though. There he goes. He goes down pit road. We'll see who assumes the lead when everybody starts getting their laps back. There's Monkey. He's back in 13th, and I see Hollywood. So that makes me think Hollywood with 10 laps to go. We're just waiting for these guys to get back around, and I think MJ Bross would take the lead. Probably not a good pit stop for the 23 looking back at it, because he should have been about dead even there with the 4, but he wasn't. Tyler went later than them, so he's going to have a little fresher tire for the end of this stage. That is 1, 2, 3 right there. I think J-Wow's moved up to 4th now. Yeah, Hollywood. I think Hollywood's like 2. No, he's not. Okay, they went back and got on the lead lap, but he is in 12th position. Oh, we've got S-Maf back down here into the wall. G-Dog is out of the race as well. S-Maf plows the inside wall, got heavy damage. And yeah, he's gonna keep it out on the track. Got Corey coming up on him hot though. And he understands the assignment. And he's gonna let these guys go. Now get back up here to this battle that's going on. Oh, it's already over. Unfortunately, people had to wreck. Well, our lead changes to Tyler here at Dover with not a lot to go here. It is 7 to go in stage number 2. Tyler running the long strategy. I had called it there in stage number 1. He looked real good, was chasing those guys down. I felt like, you want to be the last guy on pit road. You want to have the freshest tire at all time. Almost kind of like the strategy you want to play at Atlanta, but this track is not as big as Atlanta. And, yeah, it's just a mile of concrete and prayer, really. But that long run, fresher tire has proved it once again. He made it work, though, in this stage. He's counting down the laps. 4 to go. Stage number 2, Tyler trying to be the unlikely stage winner. And that, plays in the Hollywood's book too if Tyler can win this stage. It's not a point for him, but it's not a point for Mike either. So maybe it can still keep things a little close. Like I said, I don't have the official tally on that right at the moment. So we'll find out afterwards what all goes down with that. See Jason back there get passed by Jaywell. I think Corey has kept his car in 5th. Oh, I think we see the 24 is out, unfortunately. So that put us 3 cars not able to finish the Enduro. That is Dover. Oh! 6-car monkey grabs some wall there. All right, looks like Tyler's got things in control as stage number 2 winds down. He has made that strategy work, but he put the fruits to the fruition here in stage number 2. I thought stage 1 he's just ran out of laps. He comes out of 4, hits the line. It'll be 1 to go in stage number 2. Can Tyler make the pit strategy work? Oh, that was the last lap. My bad. The string is 20 seconds on. That's my fault. But Tyler, stage 2 winner. Hollywood, unfortunate, probably speeding penalty, I imagine, which put him way back there. But Tyler, able to overcome everything with his pit strategy, wins stage number 2 here at Dover in your regular season finale. Tyler, MJ Bross, Jaywell, top 3. Jason McLovin rounding up your top 5. Kenrod finishes 6th with Shepard in 7th. Corey, Alex, and Jack round up the top 10. Hollywood's going to finish 11th in that stage. Right now, Jason leads Kenrod by 2 positions for the in-season championship here in the regular season finale. SKU Car brings you the stage break. West Higgins ORV brings you the pit stops, and these 2 guys collectively bring you what will be the Ruthless Rev It Up to start stage number 3 of the regular season finale. Let's catch all this action door to door right now. Turn it up. It's Rev It Up time. All right, stage 3 finally restarts and gets underway, and everybody gets situated 3 pit stops to get through this one if there's no caution. We only have 1 caution here throughout this, other than the stage breaks. But Tyler wins stage number 2, as Hollywood was your stage 1 winner and pole sitter. MJ Bross, he's just searching for something here. Been building all race. The way he's been progressing, could be looking to build something here for the end of this run, end of this race rather. Stage number 3, though, is where it's all going to happen. Hollywood, though, found himself on that speeding penalty, get trapped all the way back in 11th after stage number 2 ended. And now he finds himself up here just trying to get back up to the front. He's found himself in 8th place right now. You see Alex and Shepard rounding up your top 10, working together there just a bit. But Kenrod, in other news, has moved ahead of Jason and just trying to sit pretty in 4th position. So at the end of the stage, they were in opposite positions of where they are right now. And Bar, if I'm mistaken, but under Green Flag Racing, I think this might be the first time Kenrod has held position over Jason. So, you know, he's just trying to keep that car there. He knows, well, we've seen possibly a little lag there, at least on my end. But anyways, maybe he fixed it on pit road, but we did see he had a little bit of a long run issue going on. Jason gets out of line after the 55 got out of line. Allows him to get, allows Corey to get his spot back, and that's going to move Jason back another position. And that puts Hollywood up on his bumper, as the top 8 all look like this right now. MJ Ross just tagging along there in 2nd. Now, will this affect Tyler's strategy? Will this affect how Tyler has been running this race by running it longer than everybody? Very curious as to if, you know, the fuel situation will force that one car down pit road. Corey started 2nd to this whole party. But he finds himself in the top 5 right now as we're just ticking away at these laps. Those guys cross the line right there at 66 to go. Burnout rule is in effect this evening. JWoww looks to make a move down on the 55. He went up the track just a tad. Oh, JWoww on the 23 trying to find a place to make things happen. Jason has found himself lost back here, but is a strategist. Could be having a lot better pit stops than the 5. You know, I see the 23 has been pretty consistent here on the pit stops. So that's another thing that might play into his favor here. But right now, the favor plays to Kenrod, 3 positions ahead, up to 4th position. Sitting behind McLovin here in the 19. This top 4, you know, they look pretty content with where they're sitting at, knowing they have quite a bit of laps remaining. Got 64 to go now here for your regular season finale. Don't forget, we'll have our top 3 in the booth after the race with some interviews, and we'll have our whoever wins our in-season tournament. We'll talk to the champion of that. And if it requires it, probably get a regular season champion in here. Tyler, though, being in control of stage number 3, so far so good, as I'm not quite sure what we're looking at. Rico joins the chat. Appreciate you, Rico. Appreciate anybody in there watching. Please hit that like button for us. 61 laps remaining at the line. Sorry, 60 laps remaining. Burnout rule is in effect. Ruthless in-season tournament championship comes down between Kenrod in the 5, who is currently ahead of the 23 of Jason. Those are your two in-season championship contenders, in-season tournament, I should say. Regular season champion, as far as points go, possibly sitting here between Hollywood and MJ Bross, so that's something we got to keep an eye on as well. But this is stage 3. There is 3 pit stops to get through this whole thing. And Tyler was your stage 2 winner, with Hollywood winning stage 1. So we'll get Tyler on the cameras. The guys start to scatter back there. Not sure what's going on. 45 of JWoww seems to get out of it. Jason has went around. Think Kenrod. Oh no, the 45 into the wall back there. Scuffed up his brand new J's. Now Hollywood gives a little bit of door to Jason. Not quite sure what's going on there. Kenrod gets back around Jason now. In-season tournament comes down to these two guys. Kenrod in front of him. Hollywood loose off of 2. Good battle back here in the back. Tyler's going to go down pit road right now. Oh, I think the 55. I'm not sure what that was about going on back there. Hollywood was able to get around this battle, though, and then Jason's able to take back over a spot from Kenrod. So Kenrod, late in this one, the strategies kind of fell apart, but he will be pitting right with these guys. As long as he gets in there nice and clean, that's going to be a good close battle. As you see, most of the pack going down pit road for the first time in stage number 3. A lot of guys, though, keeping it out there. Won't be too long, though, before they come back out. Tyler, instead of running long, runs it short. I thought maybe being in the lead would change his demeanor a little bit with what he was going to do. Corey's going to be off pit road as well. JWoww and McLovin's going to bring them down pit road this time. JCR Toyota Say Pit. Alright, everybody in that group that came down pit road looking good. Even Kenrod comes off looking good there. Oh, it's going to be kind of a little glitch here between the 23 and the 5. I knew it was going to be a close battle, and I think the better pit stop. Nope, Jason, I think we was just lagged out there. So Jason did come out ahead. Just lagged up there just a tad. Those two went in together really close. That brings the battle to that right there. Kenrod's just going to have to stay relevant to this 23. That's the guy you're trying to beat tonight. To hell with everything else. It's $50 between you and that guy in the McDonald's car. 45 is going to come off pit road. Longer, strategy car there. I wonder what happened to 19. He was able to come out all the way ahead of Hollywood here. I did see him running up front some earlier. Looks like the 1 and the 4 up there. Roles reversed for these two guys. Pressure tire going to be to the 4 now. 1 lap better tire, that is, for the Mustang behind the Camaro who is leading. That's the 1 of Tyler. Tyler's trying to get him a win in one of these things, brother. Got 2 more pit stops, though, to make all that happen. Now will MJ Bross bring the battle to Tyler here? Certainly will. Dive it down to the inside. Now this might allow Tyler to get back on his old strategy, but he definitely is going to have to save just a tad of fuel, I think, to make all that happen. That is 1-2 right now as they give us 50 to go from Dover. So here's the battle. Kinrod and Jason, in-season tournament championship. Kinrod up into the wall, bumps down into JWoww. JWoww is going to go around to the bottom. And now they are separated once again. Kinrod's going to have to be looking at some pitting strategies to possibly do something about this 23 car. MJ Bros takes that lead, hanging on to it. He's got the one behind him, creating a little bit of gap. Could be that fresher tire. I think that's what it's all about. The longer you stay out, the better off you're going to be on the fresh tire. There's the 19. He sits in third currently. Got Hollywood behind him sitting in fourth. Hollywood probably going to have to cook up some kind of strategy for that 12 car. He's not really keeping pace with third place as you would probably want him to. MJ Bros, though, hanging on to that lead. We had said, you know, that car had been creeping, looking better and better throughout the race. Maybe he could, MJ Bros, maybe put something together for that Mobil 1 Mustang down pit road as the race has progressed. Maybe a little bit of a strategy there, running behind Tyler for most of the first part of this stage here in stage 3. As they hit the line that time, that'll give us 45 to go in stage number 3. And I think a win for MJ Bros would pretty much lock up the regular season championship for him. Back to Jason here. He has lost a spot to JWoww, so now that puts it puts Jason and Kinrod now in front and behind one another. Oh, we got a car around. MJ Bros was around on the track. I think something happened, and it's a huge crash down here in 1 and 2. 48 is also involved. That's going to be a caution for sure. Probably the second caution of the day. Yes, it will be. Not sure what happened to the 4 car there. But he was just sitting in the middle of the track. 45, I think, hit him. Had nowhere to go, and it just collected most of the field, including Kinrod, going to have heavy damage on that machine of his, and that could be detrimental. It could put him way back in the pack here. As you look at the 23, not that damage considering what we saw on that Camaro back there. So that could hurt Kinrod heavily. There's going to be a saving grace to nobody, I guess. Corey's still going to be a lap down here after that. Unfortunate. But that has switched the lead to McLovin. Tyler in second. Hollywood in third. Jason moves up to fourth. Kinrod has moved back quite a few positions from Jason here. Now let's see what the pit stops are going to be. It'll just be one pit stop to get to the end of this one. 40 to go on the restart. Oh, looks like we got a... Looks like we had a big pileup back there. Engine noise where you go. See where Kinrod's at. Man, he is marred back there. There is one pit stop though. McLovin controls the race. MJ Bros causes the caution from the lead. Moves to 5th position. Jason's up to 4th. Hollywood in 3rd. This is Tyler McLovin up front. Alex, maybe the big winner of the caution, moves up to 6th position. Thanks everybody tuning in. We're catching the end of our regular season finale, in-season championship. Jason right now well ahead of Kinrod but one pit stop is required. Anything can happen. Make sure you hit that lock button for us. Much appreciated. So these guys know it's real important now. They're only down to one pit stop, and they didn't even have to make the second one under green. So that's going to be interesting. McLovin, though, taking the lead off of all that going down was rather interesting. Oh, see Titans making an appearance in the chat. J-Well had one job, and right now I guess it's to run about 10. Not sure where he's at. We got a big gap though here between the lead Alex. He fell way back there. Got some nose damage on that 45. Not quite sure what went down there. But McLovin in control here. One pit stop remaining to get through this thing. They can make that pit stop 24 laps or after, because that's what's going to be required to get through it on fuel. Right now, it is 31 remaining at the line. Burnout rule still in effect. Can McLovin make one start and get a win? Some kind of strategy, something happened on pit road during that caution that allowed him to jump out to the lead easily and be able to hang on to it. That's why I don't think it was some kind of two-tire stop or something. Possibly just took less fuel than everybody and was going to try to do something with that for this stage. Hollywood, very aggressive down there on the bottom. He's blocking that 4-car pretty heavy. He knows he's fighting for that regular season's points battle just between those two cars. Got two storylines right now moving on. Got Jason trying to beat Kenrod for the in-season championship, in-season tournament championship, and regular season championship on the line between here, the 12 and the 4. With Hollywood and MJ Bross, respectively. 19s, though, gaining some competition from the 12 of Hollywood as after he was aggressively blocking back through here last lap. He has moved it right back up to the back end of that 19. He's going to look inside for a brief moment. Doesn't have the run that he wants to make it happen. When they come out of 4, hit the line this time. 27 laps remain. That'll put us about 3 to 4 laps for the fuel window. Guys can start hitting pit road and making the long run pit stop. But I suspect all these guys, unless somebody wants to try to split or something, maybe like try to get like a can or something on somebody or run right sides. I don't know what these guys are planning on doing here. I think it's too long of too many laps left to run right sides here at the end. So I think we're going to be looking at 4 tires and enough fuel to get to the end for anybody going down pit road. Tyler has remained in the top 5 through everything. He did win stage number 2 for us as the 19 loses the lead to Hollywood, MJ Bross, and Jason's trying to make it happen as well. 19 didn't want to let it happen, but he's going to have to let it happen. I think J-Well back there in that 45, man, I think he's figured something out. He's moved around quite a few guys, and I think he's marching to the front actually there in the 45. Yeah, I think the 45 is making up a little bit of ground here. So So we'll see how he's able to make that run work out. Right there's your top 5 in view. J-Wow's moved that thing up to 6th position. He does have a piss missile here for a car, so we'll see how that all comes together. McLovin moves all the way back to 5th. Tyler up to 4th. Hollywood, Mike, Jason top 3 at the moment. Right now, Kenrod not in good shape. He finds himself in about 9th or 10th. He's in 9th right now. Had a couple retirements. Engine expired on some people. 23 gets a little gap there between him and 2nd. Don't know if he may be losing a little pace there in that car. We are well within being able to pit though. It's 20 laps to go right here at the line. Hollywood is your leader, stage 1 winner, pole sitter. Tyler, we mentioned, won stage 2. MJ Ross has progressively gotten that 4 car better and better. Jason early down pit road. He can make the long run work. Now can Kenny run the Now Kenny run the long run here? If he can run the long run, run this, car out, come out with just enough fuel to make it, and 4 fresh tires, could see something happen. Maybe be able to chase down Jason here at the end. There's going to be about 18 laps remaining for Jason, so it's going to be a fairly long run. See 11 go down, 4 of MJ Ross down pit road. These are going to be all the last pit stops of the day for anybody who hits pit road from here on out. Thanks to everybody tuning in. We are around 18 to go from Dover in your Ruthless Racing regular season finale. In-season championship also heating up. Jason goes down pit road already. That's going to be his last stop of the night. Now for the 5 of Kenrod, he'll be going down just a lap later. And see if he's able to make the fresher tire, anything out of that fresher tire. Jason was ahead of him by quite a bit on the racetrack. So we'll see if Jason had a good pit stop. That's going to be what it pretty much comes down to. That 23 just needs to get on and off pit road as smooth as possible. Tyler, once again, don't you just love to see it, is going to run the long strategy again, but he's going to have McLovin right there with him, and J-Wow somehow makes his car get a little closer to these guys up in the front. Now this makes me think, yes, Hollywood has already went down pit road. Now who are we watching to come around and take his spot? Be these guys. Now you ask me, Jason lost a little bit here on this pit stop. Hollywood's going to be coming out in 2nd if he can keep the momentum over the 23. Hollywood's able to make it stick in 2nd. So Kenrod to Jason right now. Jason coming out of 2, Kenrod's in 1, so that's pretty close. Kenrod fresher tire, maybe a little drafting help. I don't know. Kenrod needing all the... oh no, it gets up into the wall. That's not what he needed. There you see MJ Ross. He's just trying to get around some cars. He's coming off pit road, and these guys will be going a lap down. And it's going to put some separation between Hollywood and MJ Ross here, who's now leading. 14 laps remaining in stage number 3, Ruthless in-season championship and regular season finale, all happening here from the concrete jungle, the Monster Mile, Dover International Speedway, whatever they call it. There's Hollywood is sitting in second. We got these guys with fresher tires stuck between them there, but they are lap down cars. It'll be 12 to go. MJ Brosh crosses the line here in stage number 3. See some guys start getting out of the way. Hollywood makes a very aggressive move to the inside of Jack there. Kenrod. I don't know. I don't know if Kenrod can see Jason up there or what. All right, Hollywood got some help there from the 78-48. The Shepherd's still right there, been pushing on the 4 car. He's going to go up the track a little bit. It's going to allow Hollywood to get into the air of MJ Bross. And that has put this race between these two guys for now here in stage number 3. It is 1-2, MJ Bross, Hollywood, but there's a battle back there between McLovin and Tyler. They could possibly make something happen as we go out of 4, and it will bring us to 8 to go here from Dover. Let's see what Chef Ruthless is cooking up this evening down to the inside. Hollywood, 8 to go, and he's trying to make a move around MJ Bross. This thing could get dicey. He makes a move to the inside, pushes up on the quarter panel of the 4. They're door banging down the backstretch. Down on the bottom line is Hollywood, and he's holding it tight. He will be clear around the 4, takes the lead. And will he be able to hang on to it? MJ Bross going to be all over the rear. Probably didn't like the way that he squeezed his nose in there. But all that battling has now allowed the 19 and the 1 to show up. Those guys pitted later. They have that fresher tire that we had mentioned all evening long. Kenrod, unfortunately, probably not going to be able to make anything happen unless something really bad happens to that 23 car. He's probably back there just trying to make it, you know, the 23, I'm sorry, trying to make it happen. But now the 19 of McLovin has moved up into second position. It's coming down to it here at Dover. Top 4 is right there on your screen, followed by 2 lap down cars. It's 5 to go. Burnout rule is in effect. No more manual cautions. MJ Bross has dropped back significantly. Can McLovin make it happen? 4 to go, 3 to go when we get out of this lap. '19 has closed, and he's finally got the door at a mere crack as it's 3 to go here from Dover. Down to the inside, but a block by the 12. Back out of 4 once again. Can Hollywood hang on to something here at Dover? Oh, the 19 gets up into the wall back there. Oh, he's scatterbrained Tyler. Unfortunately, 2 to go now at Dover. That drops Tyler back. Oh, we got the 19 off the wall. Again, MJ Bross tries to make a move down to the inside. Makes it happen. Hollywood out of 4. Burnout rule in effect, and it'll be 1 to go. Presented by Skew Car. MJ Bross moves up to second. He's got McLovin right there behind him. Shepherd's not battling for position against the 19. The 1 will be. But nobody's able to get it done after the mistake off of 4, and it will be Hollywood, the winner of your regular season finale. Burnout now in effect. Good job for the 5. Where's the man in the 21? Rode that momentum. Was not a top 3 for a man in the 23. But he will be your in-season tournament, the winner of the Ruthless Regatta. Kill it like Jason. Now this may throw the in-season tournament, or I'm sorry, the regular season point standings in for a loop. So we'll see what Hollywood maybe has to say about that. He called his shot last week. And for the Stu Hollywood team, that's back-to-back wins with a dub, or back-to-back races with a dub. Hollywood gets his burnout in. And he'll finish us off here at Dover. MJ Bross, I believe, came in second. We'll get our official results here in just a moment. Stick around for the post-race interviews. All right, so we got Hollywood, MJ Bross, and McLovin, your top 3 tonight. JWoww finishes just out of the top 4, or out of the top 3 in 4th. 5th will go to Tyler, and then Jason in 6th, Alex in 7th, Kenrod in 8th. One position, Alex separates the difference between Jason and Kenrod, and that moves Jason into the words of champion. And then Monkey finished 9th, and Shepard round up the top 10. All right, so we're just waiting for our top 3 to get in here. Add Jason too, since he was our champion. We'll get to him last for the in-season tournament, Hollywood.
I got you.
All right, but our man in the 12, able to get it done on the pole, able to get stage number 1. Got a speeding penalty, I believe, there in stage 2. Kind of put you back in traffic, but able to put some strategy together, I guess, there for stage number 3, and bounce back from not so great of a middle part of the race there for you. And you may have pulled these points into a pretty close situation here, so speak on that if you have any idea how that turned out. And just speak on this race at Dover, man. I mean, mostly a dominant race for you, other than just the middle part there, and then you was able to get it done at the end. So what it take to kind of close this gap going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, Mike's definitely the regular season champion. He had the points locked up, basically, if you started the race tonight. So I want to, first off, congratulate him on that. That's a pretty big accomplishment. That it takes running up front and showing up every week to get that done. So huge shout out to him. As far as the race goes, I mean, it was sweaty, man. I'm tired. I'm hot sitting in here. It's like 90 degrees in my room, and we were just giving it all we had right there. I was kind of on the short pit strategy tonight. Most of the race, the cautions kind of fell where there wasn't a whole lot of strategy involved in any of the stages, really. And I felt like track position was pretty important. That last stint, though, I stayed out a lap longer than Mike, and McLovin and Tyler were really catching us at the end there after, we kind of battled. And it was just tough, man. It's really hard to pass here, and, I felt like I had to run off the 4 on the 4 car, and then he kind of pinched me down, and I kind of just gave him a bump to get him out of the groove, and once that happened, I could see that there was a split second where he could have chopped my nose there in 1 and 2, and he didn't do that. So I got the better of him right there, but he was just appreciating the hard racing, I think, at that point. And there was a couple times it was hard to keep track position. We had to block the bottom. There was a couple guys doing it at times, and then the 19 had a huge run and tires coming to our back bumper, and I got up the track and I felt like I didn't give the whole bottom lane up, so I was kind of coming back down, and he just had his nose there, and it turned into the one car, getting sent to the inside wall. So Tyler had it with, was putting a really good run together. He's got a really fast car here, and it kind of sucks for him. I don't really know where he finished, but he would have had a chance at a podium at least, if not the win. So yeah, car was fast, but um, took a lot to get that one done. There's a lot of good drivers in the field tonight. We had a really big show turnout, so it was a lot of fun. And then also congratulations to Kill It Like Jason. He's your Ruthless Racing in-season tournament champion, the first one of this style of tournament. So he'll get a $50 cash app here in a few minutes. And fortunately for Ken Rod, he wasn't able to get in front of Jason. But I think Jason finished 7th, Ken Rod was 9th or something like that. So it was pretty close all the way to the end. They were up there battling the whole night, racing each other really hard. So um, entertaining from the driver's seat, and I'm sure you did a great job up in the booth calling it. So can't wait to watch this one back. But thank you to all the sponsors, Ski Car, West Higgins ORV, and all the fans that tuned in tonight. That's all I got, man.
There you go, Hollywood. Technically ends the season on back-to-back wins, and that's going to be a big help to the playoffs points going into these playoffs after our off week for the 4th of July next week. But we will move on over to our man in the 4, and that man is no other than MJ Bross, your back-to-back regular season Pro Series champion. I mean, the race overall probably a little disappointing for you because I felt like you really worked on that car throughout the race, and we even saw you lead some laps with it. Felt like maybe we would have seen maybe Hollywood Tyler than you in this race, but back-to-back regular season champion. It's pretty hard to do. I think you might be the first to do that. I don't know if Typical even done that. Maybe he did, but I don't know. But nonetheless, speak on that and then how your race was overall, because we did see you get shuffled back there at the end, but was able to come back up and take second.
Yeah, Stu, we had a pretty good race. Didn't really put a whole lot of time in this week on this car. Put like an hour just trying to fix the gear, I think, last night. So I was kind of surprised that we had a little bit better pace after qualifying like garbage. I think I qualified like 6th. And the race was kind of just going my. I mean, I didn't really have anything for Hollywood that first stint, and then um, Tyler made a really good strategy call there, and I think he was the one who got me in stage 2. He had a really fast car, and there in that last stage, Hollywood had sped, or I guess he had sped the stage before, but that kind of opened up the air for who else was gonna, have a shot at winning there, and I thought I did a good job, and I was driving away from Tyler, and I was using up that straightaway going into 1. Like I was using the wall trying to get a launch to get into 1. Most of the time I'd drive in there and it was working, and I guess I just used it up too much, and the wall bit me. Never had that happen to me, but
Yeah, we were kind of wondering what happened there, but I didn't think about it. You must have got that glitch.
yeah, I was just using up most of the track there, and it got me there. It was weird because I thought that the wall glitch happened later down the straightaway, but it actually happened like 50 feet after the start finish line. But yeah, we were able to rebound there and just get P2. Saw, it was just it was going to be hard to hold off Hollywood there, and couldn't really do much there. So it was nice to get P2. I thought I probably was going to have P4 until a couple of them guys were bouncing off each other. So um, the main thing was just winning the points, the regular season points. So that was a good thing to do and get some extra points headed into next week.
Yeah, stage win definitely going to add on to that, and then regular season champion back to back on that part. So congratulations, and best of luck when these playoffs starts here in a couple weeks.
Thanks, man.
No problem. We'll get over to the driver of the 19. Makes one start. Possibly could have had a win there, but the 19 car was able to bring it home third. We've seen you, kind of all over the place out there. McLovin. So, kind of speak on what it was like to be back in the seat out here, driving around. What was the experience of it there at the Monster Mile, and then to, almost have a shot at a win there at the end. They're saying they can't hear you. I guess your friends.
All right, there we go.
All right.
But
So,
yes, so qualified P3. Stage one was going good, was up to second, and then got a black flag, be new. So that kind of ruined that stage. I thought the speed limit was 45, turns out it was 35. Um, so kind of ruined that stage for me. Stage two was kind of just moving my way through the field. I think I got back up to about sixth. Uh, and then they had that caution in the middle of the stage, and I was feeling really good about my car. And then they went three wide on the restart, and I got some nose damage, so I kind of had to ride out a lot of that rest of the stage. I think I got P4, P5. Stage three, led a lot. Stayed out as long as I could there, and that once we got to that last pit cycle, so I could have the fresh tires. Was able to get by Tyler, and we were both running down Mike and Hollywood pretty quickly as they were battling. Got the Hollywood, and I think it's just my car, and the whole race I was able to do this. I could run like a lane, half a lane lower than everyone, and wrap that bottom without touching the apron. And it caught a lot of people off guard, and I just don't think Hollywood realized I was able to do that. And he just pinched me down a little bit, and it got me into the apron, and then I smacked the wall and bounced off on the Tyler. So, yeah, we were close to a win, but overall good race, and big apologies to Tyler. It was nothing intentional. Man, bounced right off that thing into you. You had a great car and a great run going as well, and wish we could have got the win, but I enjoyed racing these guys, and I appreciate you broadcasting. It was a solid race overall.
hey man, well I appreciate you guys just jumping in here and running a race with us. It's always great to have you and Jay Wow and Titans, all those guys jumping into these races when y'all can. So as always, you're all always welcome, and congratulations on that top three.
Yes, sir.
And real quick before I move on, yeah, Tyler, real good race, won stage number two out there, and to Kenrod, he battled real hard for that in-season tournament championship, came up just a couple spots short. But speaking of that, we'll move over to the 23 of Jason, the in-season tournament champion. And man, you called your shot. We've been talking about it all the way back at the All-Star break, and you've rode that streak all the way now through the end of the regular season and become the in-season tournament champion at the end of all of it. So what's this going to do for you as these playoffs start to take off here in a couple of weeks?
Luckily, we have a lot of points because this first round is going to be tough for me with Sonoma coming up. Pretty terrible there, worst track on the schedule. So hopefully I got enough points just to get past that first round. Second round, really good tracks for me. So hopefully we just keep this momentum up. This is the fifth time in a row in the booth. Wish it was a top three instead of just the in-season tournament, but I'll take the tournament championship.
Yeah, $50 richer just off of that tonight. Uh, what was kind of the strategy going in? I felt like maybe I was just seeing you trying to just hang out there, stay ahead of that five, but some things just happened here and there, and you and him would end up together. So, what was kind of the strategy whenever you saw that, that Camaro in your rear view?
Yeah, just pretty much racing the five the whole race. I knew I had a terrible gear in the car, which kind of held me back from having like a race winning car. I mean, I was still able to keep up with everybody, but I just knew they had a little better gear than me. So I was just trying to stay ahead of the five. Ended up having damage at the end of the second stage, tried to repair that, which ended up leapfrogging the five ahead of me, which we stayed ahead of him all first, second stage, and so that third stage he started ahead of me. We just had to try to get by him, and we had 55 car blocking for him. So I basically was trying to race two cars. He had a 55 and a five both trying to just keep ahead of me, trying to keep me and the 45 car ahead of him actually. So I was trying to give the 45 a couple of hints of like, we got to go. These guys are blocking us. I mean, we can go if we just dug down. And luckily, we ended up getting it done. Not sure what lap it was, and just kind of trying to ride it through the rest of the stage. pitted early because I didn't want anybody running the back of me. So that last pit stop, I was just like, I'm gonna pit early when nobody else is pitting. I know it's probably gonna screw me over. I'm probably gonna lose some spots. Everybody else is gonna have better tires towards the end of the run. But at the end of the day, just had to stay ahead of the 5 car all race.
Well, man, you got it done. You're our first ever in-season tournament champion. $50 to you, and a nice little tag to say that you won that first one. So congratulations, Jason, and just keep riding that momentum, man.
I appreciate you in Hollywood.
Yes, sir. As always, appreciate you racing. So congratulations to Hollywood on winning the race, and then congratulations to MJ Bross on his regular season championship. That's his second one in a row. And then, as we had just mentioned, Jason, our first ever in-season tournament champion. We will be off next week for the 4th of July, and then we'll jump right into the playoffs the week after that. So everything should be good to go after the 4th of July. But we might have some things come out here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel next week, just some fun runs or something like that. So just keep an eye out for it. But yeah, everybody enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy the NASCAR racing in Nashville this weekend. Congratulations to everybody this evening with all their glory. We got the regular season, the in-season champions, and then Hollywood finishing off the year with the win. Yeah, that's all I got. Just thanks to everybody who makes Ruthless happen, for everybody racing. Another shout out to the JCR guys just showing up, making the field a little bit better. And that'll be it for me, guys. Rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing. Happy birthday, America.